Hello, this is Christina Yonkman, and today I'm going to share with you my EDL 852 Module 10, Helping Students Realize Their Learning Norms. We're going to talk today about the 10 expectations that students need to stay engaged in learning, and we're going to discuss as an educator how we can help them. So first of all, we're going to talk about relationships. As a teacher and an educator, do we know our students? Do we really get to know them and who they are and what they enjoy? Do we allow our students to form a connection to other adults and with their peers and making outside connections in the real world as far as after they graduate and get a job? Or do we look at students just as a number or a test score? And I'm very fortunate that I am in a smaller district or a smaller building. We are in a large district, but my building is small, and we really do get to know our students on a more individual basis than what we did at the large high school. And so I really do truly believe in building relationships. Our second expectation that we're going to share tonight is about relevance. So as a teacher, are you just having your students jump through the hoops just so that you can check off boxes and say that you've completed everything as far as the standards? Or do you apply what you are teaching to your student interest? Do you try to pick out information that will interest individual students? Do you adapt what you're doing as far as your lesson plans and your content to apply to what they are interested in and what they will get more out of? And are you applying it to the real world? You know, we only have them for a few years, and then when they graduate, they have to go out and they have to apply all of their learning to adulthood. And what have we taught them, and what can they use when they graduate and leave our building? Okay, the next one is number 3. It's time. As teachers, sometimes we kind of get in a rut and we feel like we have to follow so many, special standards. And are we kind of just going at our own teacher pace and kind of forgetting about what students we have in the class? Or are we going more at a student pace and letting students absorb the knowledge and get the information that they need at their own pace and how they learn best? And that can include a more deep and broadening type of learning. You know, are they just scratching the surface, or are we letting them dig into it and learn more about each area that we are talking about? Okay, number 4, we're going to talk about timing. As a teacher, are we providing the same sequence for all of our students? Are we requiring them or expecting them to learn in the same sequence, in the same order? Or do we let our students learn according to their learning style and their interest? And as you know, in a classroom with 15 to 30 students, you're going to have a variety. You may have 15 to 30 different interest and learning styles. And so you definitely need to take a look at that and provide what you can, as much as you can, to their learning style and their interest. Okay, number 5, we're going to talk about play. Are we always expecting our students as they walk in the door, do we expect them to perform and to be on top and perform adequately every single minute? Or do we allow them to explore and learn from their mistakes? And we all know that the best way to learn is through our mistakes. And so hopefully as a teacher, we kind of get out of that rut and we consider that as we allow students to explore more and allow them to fail and allow them to learn from that. Okay, number 6 is practice. Are we providing the information? Are we letting our students learn it, and then are we moving on to the next thing so that we can get to everything we need before state assessments? Or are we allowing our students time for deep engagement, letting them dig in a little bit more and find out more information and how they can apply that to their personal situations? Number 7 is choice. Are we in the classroom and in the school, are we allowing the same path for every student? Are we, do we only have one path in the building that we're making everybody follow? Or do we allow student choice so that they can look at their individual abilities? And as you're all aware, you're going to have different abilities in the classroom, and it's important that, yes, they're all learning the same content and the same information, but are we allowing them to do it according to their individual abilities? Number 8 is authenticity. Do we make student work all the same? It kind of just goes back to what we were saying, there's going to be lots of different levels in the classroom. Or are we allowing the student work to be seen as important? And when we say that, it means, are we allowing other students to see the important work of their peers? Are we allowing other educators in the building, administrators? And even beyond that, what about in the community and out in the public as far as colleges or job opportunities for students? Are we allowing their work to be seen by others? Okay, number 9, we're going to talk about challenge. Are we in class just completing the work, like I said earlier, kind of marking off the boxes and moving on? Or are we meeting our high standards of excellence and allowing for some rigor and some challenging times for our students? And then last, we have number 10 is our application. Is learning theoretical? Or is learning applied to real-world setting? And as I mentioned earlier, it is important that we basically prepare our students for life after graduation. Are they college and career ready? Do they have those real-world skills that they need once they graduate and move out into either the college or the workforce, or maybe sign up for an armed force? So those are our 10 expectations for students, the norms that they need to have within the classroom to be successful in the building. And all of this information came from one resource. There was a video about leaving to learn, excuse me. And then as far as my correlation, relevance, and reflection, this assignment correlates to PLO 2 and CLO 2.1 by providing us direct examples and how teachers can help students become engaged and learn in the classroom. The 10 expectations that were mentioned in the resource will help students learn what norms are appropriate and help support them to be successful. It also helps teachers understand what kind of support is needed in the classroom and how they can help advocate ethical decisions making and norms for students. And I'm sorry, for some reason my sorry, let me get back there. There we go. There was something that was covering up there. And making norms for our students to be successful. Then we're going to talk about the relevance. Through this module, even though it was only that one resource, it helped me support learn information that I can help support my students in the classroom. The 10 expectations that are mentioned can be norms that I suggest for my coworkers as they navigate different situations in the class and help provide that lifelong learning for our students. I can also use the information as I meet with students when we talk about their individual plans, and I can use the norms to ensure that they graduate with college and career readiness skills. I'm going to try to move this over here, and I apologize. There you go. And the reflection. As a future building leader, I will use the information from this module to help my staff be successful in the classroom and provide them with the needed resources to ensure that they're providing these norms for their students. I want to encourage this information for both my veteran and my new teachers and plan professional development as needed and that's appropriate to help support them and make sure that our building is successful. So thank you for your time.